Welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have for you. Township officials replaced 3 bridges along Shelby Township's Stoney Creek Trail. Get ready because the splash pad is opening very soon. Supporters and survivors walk to fight cancer. We take you to this year's Relay for Life event. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Construction is now done on the Shelby Township Stoney Creek Trail. The area used to consist of wood bridges, but now the pathway is complete with brand new asphalt pavement to be enjoyed by bikers, walkers, and runners.
We're celebrating the opening of the Stoney Creek Bridge. It's been really dangerous for the last 3 years, and we had to close it actually for a short term. But today's the official day we're opening it.
To commemorate the opening, the Shelby Township Police cadets tested out the trail to make sure it was in great working order. Township officials were on hand to officially open the new paved trail. This was a long-awaited project and something that township officials say was a necessary thing for the quality of life.
It was a little less than $500,000 that we had to pay for these bridges, but in my opinion, money well spent. It's a huge quality of life project. Like I said, so many people in our community use this trail to get to Stoney and just to ride their bikes and things like that. So it's a big accomplishment. We've been talking about it for a while, but when you get something like these government infrastructure projects, when you get them done on budget, on time, that's unfortunately a lot of times a surprise, so we're happy that it actually happened.
This 1-mile trail runs between 25 and 26 mile. It starts at DeQuinder and goes into Stoney Creek Metro Park. And along with the opening of the new trail, a new addition to the Shelby Township Police Department was revealed. Stacy Sansatera has more.
Today we're unveiling our Segways.
The Shelby Township Police Department have recently added 2 Segways to its fleet.
We're ready to go.
This decision was made after the department took some Segways on test runs at last summer's township events.
We've used them at the fireworks, art fair, football games, and it gives us a higher perspective. We can get around a lot faster, with less fatigue on us. You can just make a ton of laps in an area, a lot more than you normally would.
Segways have been effectively used by a large number of law enforcement agencies nationwide. The idea being that the use of Segways will make police presence more well-rounded. And because Segways are motorized and can reach speeds of 12.5 miles per hour, they're able to cover a larger area and have a greater ability to respond to calls for service than someone simply on foot.
Provides them at an elevated view. They're able to see more. And it's just fun. It's great for special events, community policing, and we'll put them in the parks and on the trails.
Segways really are a technical marvel. It can maintain balance better than a human and is much more fuel efficient than a car.
When you first get on it the first time, you feel kind of like you're almost working too hard, so you kind of start to jitter around. But once you just let the Segway do the work and you just pretty much stand there, it just balances itself, and then you just kind of lean and turn and it goes.
And there you go, another great asset to the community policing team. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Renovations are beginning on the Activities Center, and Shelby Township has announced it will officially host a grand opening celebration at the facility on September 28th. The building is the former location of the Boys and Girls Club, which closed last year. The new Township addition will open after some improvements are made to the building, which the Board of Trustees approved a budget of $795,000. A highlight of the space will be the 7,500 square foot gym, which allows for multiple basketball courts. There will be more classroom space and a large cafeteria. The Activities Center will be home to the Parks Recreation offices and staff. It will also be home to the Senior Center. The grand opening celebration will give residents a chance to tour the building and also enjoy music, food trucks, crafts, and games. Everyone is invited on Saturday, September 28th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Families, get ready because the Jean Shepherd Park Splash Pad is officially opening for the season. A summertime favorite last year, the Splash Pad will open on Memorial Day and will be open until Labor Day. The Splash Pad is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week, weather permitting. It is open to all Shelby Township and Utica residents. The cost is $2 per child per day, or you can buy a season family pass, which is available for $25 and will include parents and up to 4 children. A resident is able to bring a non-resident guest for $2. This year, the Splash Pad will be having toddler time from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., Tuesday and Thursdays for ages 5 and under. Adult supervision is required. For any questions you have on the Splash Pad, you can call the PRM department at 586-731-0300. Survivors and supporters walked for 24 hours to raise money for one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Stacy Sansatera takes us to Riverbends Park.
Relay for Life!
The Relay for Life movement is the American Cancer Society's signature fundraiser dedicated to helping communities attack cancer.
Warrior Survivor!
From team members to volunteers, it's about remembering those we've lost and helping those affected today. The Relay for Life of Greater Shelby Township has joined together with the communities of Utica and Sterling Heights in the fight to score a cure.
Well, Relay is super important to us. We raise money every year to fight cancer. Everyone's been touched by cancer, unfortunately, and it's a great event to kind of bring that awareness and fight the good fight.
Now, I know that the Relay for Life of Greater Shelby Township has been so successful over the years. Talk to me a little bit about that success.
Well, I think it's mostly successful because we have a very strong event leadership team that's committed in every way. Like entirely possible to just come out here, rain or shine, and do this event. Everybody has a part, everybody has something that they do that they're committed to doing, and they do it successfully each and every year.
And because Relay is a 24-hour event, it's all about the energy and good vibes of the day.
I think everyone comes together, we're all passionate, and there's just so much positive energy going around that keeps us going. We're 24 hours, so we have to have that positive energy to keep us going in the morning, and it does, and it's amazing.
It's an eclectic group of teams and individuals that come out to this annual fight against cancer, because Relay proves that teaming up can make a difference.
Well, it's a great place where people can come together and not only spend time with one another, but they get to experience other people's stories and passions for fighting against cancer.
We are helping, of course, raise awareness for cancer, of course, but help out others, helping out, set up tents, set up buckets this morning. I mean, really just to help out the community.
It helps raise awareness for those that are still battling cancer, and they could get the treatment that they need to fight that.
And because it's so important to honor the inspiring journeys of those who have battled cancer, the day really is about the survivors.
It's an awesome experience, especially when you do the survivor lap and everyone is clapping and pushing you on. It makes you feel like, you know, I can do this and I can give others who are struggling possibly some hope that, yeah, they can push through this, even when it's really difficult and painful, that there is an end.
The 2019 Relay for Life was just another example of how Shelby Township shines when it comes to stepping up for the community. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Still ahead on Shelby This Week, more than 1,000 elementary students explored the idea of lake conservation. It's not your typical art exhibit. This one will take you to different countries through the use of postcards. And maybe you'll find your next cat through this online webcam. Stay with us for more Shelby This Week.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
A cancer diagnosis for their young son is not stopping this family from helping other children fighting the disease. Kyle Warzbach has more.
He's the most resilient, strongest, happiest little boy you'll ever meet in your life.
This is Drew, the 3-year-old son of Andrew and Melissa Akash. At 9 months old, he was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor, and since then, he's gone through multiple tests, chemo, and a clinical trial.
So he's been on a clinical trial now for going on 6 months. Our next scan is next month in Chicago, and we're hopeful that this is going to be the answer to our prayers.
You know, it's unreal. It's earth shattering. You just don't know what to think, and the only thing that you have to do is just try to fix the problem. Try to figure out what you can do to get past it, and that's all really it is. There's no explanation of what that feeling is. It's the worst thing that could ever happen.
Through all of this, the Akash family started the Super Drew Foundation and hosted the first annual Super Drew Family Extravaganza to help other families facing similar challenges.
So the Super Drew Foundation was started because we were very fortunate throughout our treatment to be able to have a lot of love and support from those around us, and we also were able to financially support the endeavors and things that we wanted to do for our child. But we know that there's a lot of families out there that can't do that. And we want to provide families with services and experiences that they wouldn't be able to afford or spend their money on. So our goal would be to give these families a housekeeping service, somebody to come cut their grass, to make them feel normal, because every family in an abnormal situation deserves to feel normal.
And the driving force behind this initiative is Melissa's mother, who passed away from brain cancer last year.
And honestly, a lot of her strength and her willing to give to others is what really drove me to doing this, because I know that my mom would be doing something exactly like this, and I'm happy to give back to others.
To learn more about the Super Drew Foundation, search Team Super Drew on Facebook. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzebach.
Over 1,200 4th and 5th graders from all over Macomb County were on the grounds at Macomb Community College for the 12th annual Lake St. Clair Water Festival. This has become one of the campus's largest events for these students.
Today's learners are tomorrow's leaders.
Encouraging the students to be leaders even in elementary school will set them up to be knowledgeable on the environment in the future. This event allows for these young students to explore and gain experience in the great outdoors.
I don't think that anybody, decides when they're graduating from high school or college or when they're 30 that they want to be an environmentalist. It's something that needs to be instilled at a young age. And so developing an appreciation and awareness of our natural resources, I think is vital to do when students are young.
And although they are young, these students were ready to learn and explore the different stations. From the stormwater race to the water journey, the outdoor activities encourage participation and lots of movement. For 4th grade students William and Claire, there was a station in particular that really stuck out. It was the Dirt Doctors.
We learned about soil, and then we learned about how it gets filtered out through the grass. I've learned about vegetation. If we didn't have vegetation, then there wouldn't be any plants.
And when the talk of vegetation was over, the 4th graders got their hands on some squirt guns. At the end of the day, organizers and facilitators hope these students will continue to learn and see the importance of water conservation and the environment.
At the college, we're committed to being an environment of lifelong learning opportunities. And it's a great way for the students to learn about the environment, water conservation, water safety, aquatic animals. So they're learning a lot of different skills that they can take with them and carry along throughout the rest of their lives.
The Whispering Woods Kids at Play project needs your help right now. The project has been raising money for new inclusive play equipment at Whispering Woods Kiwanis Park. The playground will allow for children with disabilities to have a chance to play at the park. The group is asking for votes so they can move to phase 2 of the process, which if they win, they will get $25,000 towards new inclusive play equipment. From now until May 29th, visit www.kidsatplay.com/vote. You can vote once a day. The group needs 10,000 votes to be considered for round 2 of the process. Celebrating 31 years, the Bike Rodeo will be on Sunday, June 2nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hosted by the Kiwanis Club of Utica, Shelby Township, it's a free event for the whole family. There will be bike and car seat safety checks and bike helmet giveaways and games, food, and bounce houses. The Shelby Township Police and Fire Departments will be on site providing education and safety knowledge for children and families. Self-defense classes will be taught to children aged 8 and under at 1 p.m. and ages 8 and up at 1:30 p.m. It will be at Whispering Woods Park on 21 Mile in Shelby Township. A new art exhibit is on display in Macomb County. Its goal is to globally bring the community together. Samana Sheik explores the deeper meaning behind these postcards.
1, 2, 3, 4. There are 379 of these. They're simple, quick, and easy to mail. Now they're on display at the Anton Art Center in Mount Clemens. Postcards from around the world can now be found in Macomb County. 147 talented artists from 20 different countries submitted postcard designs to the Anton Art Center.
The postcards that we've received are of such variety. We have drawings, we have paintings, we have mixed media pieces, we have works created by students, we have works created by older adults.
A variety, showing different perspectives. It's the first time this art center is hosting this as a fundraising exhibit. People can hear about it on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Each postcard is for sale, 1 for $20 or 3 for $50. The money will go to the exhibition programming in the Anton Art Center.
It's a really cool experience to walk into the gallery and see hundreds of postcards hung on the wall.
Locally and internationally, everyone shares a passion for art in postcard form. In Mount Clemens, Samana Sheik.
So far, 21 cards have been sold, and the Anton Art Museum is hoping to sell each one. For more information on the exhibit, visit theartcenter.org. When it comes to art exhibits at the Anton Art Center, there is always a variety of forms. Something completely different from the current postcard exhibition will be the Macomb County Art Teacher Show. And the Art Center needs teachers to submit artwork for the show. Entry is open to all teachers ages 18 and older who live and or work in the county as a visual arts instructor of any media. Artists can submit up to 3 original entries completed in the last 2 years. The exhibit will be in the main gallery space of the Art Center. Submitted artwork will be selected by the Anton Art Center Exhibition Committee. There is an opportunity to win money for first, second, and third place art piece winners. All artwork must be submitted by June 5th at 5 p.m. For specific details on entering, visit theartcenter.org, or you can call 586-469-8666. A new feature at the Macomb County Animal Control will have you falling in love with the cats and kittens. Our Kyle Warsbach tells us about this new way to look inside the cat room.
If you love cats and the internet, then the Macomb County Animal Control has you covered with their new kitten cam, giving you a look inside their kitten area.
So EarthCam, who also has a Peregrine Falcon camera, approached us because I had pitched an idea about having this cat cam where we kind of gave everybody this inside view of our adoptable cats, and they were gracious enough to donate their camera.
The kitten cam is a 24/7 live stream on the Macomb County website, and while it may not go viral, it serves a bigger purpose in helping these kittens find their forever homes.
I definitely think is how it would help is that people can actually see the cats, right? And how they interact. Because I think people have different ideas when it comes to pets, what pet they're looking for, what personalities they're looking for. And so they could actually see it, right? And no matter where you're at in the world, you could link onto it. So I think that is really important because then people get this inside view of the cat adoption area and maybe decide which cat, personality works best for them.
But cats are often overlooked as dogs are more popular, which can be problematic in getting these cats out of the shelters.
I do believe that cats are a lot of times overshadowed in shelters than dogs. So I think this is a really important step in the right direction, that we're giving these cats publicity that they need to get them out of the shelter environments. But really, when you start to think about it, it's like we have to give these animals such exposure so that no matter where people are, these animals are getting some sort of exposure, whether it's through social media, and that cat cam is one of the most important ways we could do that. Is it, it's giving everybody kind of this inside look, no matter where you're at, to get these exposures to these cats and kittens that, we feel really need it.
Whether you just want to enjoy some feline antics, or if you're interested in adopting, head on over to macombgov.org/kittens right meow. And maybe you'll find the perfect pet for you. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Orzabach.
Coming up next, visit the Shadbush Teaching Gardens for your next perennial plants. And racers came out in full force to raise money for local charities.
We'd like to take a moment and talk about severe weather and tips that can keep you safe. Thunder and lightning storms happen all the time. Do you know what to do to keep your family safe? Be aware, if you hear thunder, you are within distance of being struck by lightning. If you're outside, look for shelter inside a large building, home, or in a hardtop vehicle, and remember to stay away from windows. If lightning does strike your home, dial 911 immediately and move to a safer place, such as a neighbor's home. During a lightning storm, there is no safe place outside. Do not seek shelter under a pavilion, as this type of structure does not provide enough safety for you. Never stand under a tree during a lightning storm. As there is many technical reasons for this, just remember a tree can and will be used as a lightning rod. If somebody is struck by lightning, call 911 immediately.
This performance art took place in Shelby Township Library, showing the local community art can be fun and entertaining. Samana Sheik watched a mentalist show the crowd his unique skills.
I want you to just silently catalog it in your head to yourself, and we'll give it a try, okay?
David Powers uses psychology, art, and entertainment. He's a mentalist. He's able to manipulate the human mind by reading and guessing what people think.
I really liked how, simple it is, and you don't need a lot of props and a lot of items to carry, and it's just you and the actual people interacting.
The actual people interacting, including Nancy Larco, the president for Shelby Township Friends of the Library.
We all filled out little slips with an action and a memory on it, two separate slips before we started, and so we were all trying to find out if it was our action or our memory they chose.
The action or memory helps David guess what's on the average person's mind, helping him build relationships and truly understand human psychology. This doesn't mean he always gets it right.
Everything could go wrong at any time, and sometimes it does.
Even if he does get it wrong, it's about the community.
I've gotten to meet some really great people.
It was a lot of fun. It's entertaining, it's mystifying sometimes, and it's fun. The hour goes by very quickly.
David Powers performed his art and brought joy to the local community. In Shelby Township, for Shelby This Week, Samana Sheik.
Dedicated volunteers keep the Shadbush Teaching Gardens beautiful throughout the season. These gardens have been around for 17 years now, and one big contributor to the financial aspect of the gardens is the annual plant sale. Held every spring, this sale brings in money so the volunteers are able to plant more plants and continue with tending the gardens. Shoppers will be able to find a variety of different plants.
A lot of the plants we have for sale are native plants, which people are really looking for now. And also my volunteers bring things from their home gardens. That way we have a more diversified inventory and lots and lots of plants. I think we have over 500, sometimes 800 plants that we sell.
There will be a little bit of something for everyone at the sale. If you are interested in purchasing some plants for your home, the plant sale will be May 24th and 25th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Shadbush Teaching Gardens, located right next to the Bridges Shadbush Nature Center. There was a half marathon, 10K, and 5K race, which took over Stoney Creek Metro Park. The Back to the Beach race was held again this year, marking its 9th year of bringing runners and walkers together to enjoy the outdoors and venture through Stoney Creek. Hundreds of race goers were out, and their participation helped support local charities. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you with scenes from around the art show located in the Municipal Building right now. Don't forget to stop by and support the artists involved in the Shelby Township Fine Arts Society. The show will run until June 3rd. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
Christmas